Welcome to portal number 4, Preferred Ultimate Boundary Option A. My name is Frederick Thibault, Senior Manager Planning Services, and I will be your host. In this portal, we will review the Option A, the School Boundary Review Committee's preferred ultimate school boundary option. Drawing from the criteria discussion from Portal 3, this portal also provides a brief overview of how Option A meets the 6 criteria and concludes with a rationale why the SBRC selected Option A over the other options that were reviewed and considered. If you would like to learn more about the other options that were reviewed and why they were not selected, please be sure to visit the Other Ultimate School Boundaries webpage and the SBRC minutes via the provided links. The development of the ultimate school boundary for the future Milton number 3 is goal number 1 of the SBRC process. As we discussed in portal number 2, the primary task in completing goal 1 is to redistribute the family of schools between the two existing Jean Vanier and Bishop Redding secondary schools and create a third family of schools in Milton. In doing so, we need to address the enrollment concerns expressed in Portal 2, as well as ensure that the future enrollment of all 3 secondary schools are adequately balanced over the long term, as per the criteria discussed in Portal 3. The present diagram demonstrates the reorganization of the existing 2 family of schools and the creation of a third. The changes between the status quo and Option A are summarized as follows. Our Lady of Fatima and Guardian Angels Catholic Elementary Schools are redirected from Jean Vanier to the future Milton number 3 Catholic Secondary School. The future and planned Milton number 10 and Milton number 11 Catholic Elementary Schools, which are presently within the St. Scholastica boundary, will be redirected to the future Milton number 3 Catholic Secondary School. The dividing line is anticipated to be Regional Road 25, but will be confirmed as part of the completion of a future elementary school boundary review in Milton. Both French programs that are presently at Bishop Redding will also be redirected to the Milton number 3 Catholic Secondary School. AP will remain at Bishop Redding. Based on a new family of schools, the town of Milton will be divided into 3 parts of relatively equal geographies. As will be discussed in subsequent slides, the future Phase 4 development lands, located in the southeast quadrant of Milton, will be directed towards the new Milton number 3 Catholic Secondary School in holding and in anticipation of the opening of Milton number 4 Catholic Secondary School in the mid-2020s. The following slides will now review the enrollment projections of each school based on the newly defined family of school boundaries. Please note that the final interim accommodation option selected will impact the enrollment forecast for the 2021-2022 school year, i.e. the interim year. This will be pending on where the future Milton number 3 students will be holding in wait for the new school opening. As of 2022, the enrollment at Jean Vanier will drop and return to a level well below the max portable capacity and remaining stable over the next 15 years following the opening of Milton number 3. With a phased-out relocation of the French program beginning in 2022, the enrollment at Bishop Redding will stabilize over the next 15-year period, staying well below its maximum portable capacity. For the Milton number 3 Catholic Secondary School, for the 2021 school year, it is assumed that the grade 9 and 10 students will be holding at another location in this graph, not necessarily the final outcome. That said, beginning in 2022, the new Milton number 3 is anticipated to open with grade 9 to 11. That said, it is anticipated that senior students at Jean Vanier will be grandfathered. More specifically, in 2021, as part of the interim accommodation option, if a holding school is selected, some of those students will remain at Jean Vanier. In 2022, once Milton number 3 Catholic Secondary School opens its doors, and depending on which holding option was selected, senior students will also be grandfathered at Jean Vanier. As stated earlier, please note that the area in beige, represented here, is the future Phase 4 development lands in Milton. Again, it's the Britannia East-West as well as the Trafalgar Corridor secondary plan. These students will be held at Milton number 3 until such a time Milton 4 opens its doors. In reviewing the total number of students in both the elementary and secondary panels within each boundary, a total walk score was developed for the 3 boundaries combined. On average, the total walk score is 87%, the highest rate that was achieved in all options, equaled only by 1. We used all students as they all will eventually transition to the secondary panel over the next 14 years, and it also provides a greater sample size of population distribution. As per portal number 3, this option was the most successful in meeting the below 6 criteria. The subsequent slides provide an overview of how the option meets each criterion. For criteria number 1, optimization of existing school facilities, urgent accommodation pressures are addressed at all 3 schools and are balanced equally over the long term. For criteria number 2, minimizing the use of portable classrooms, the use of portables are also evenly distributed between all 3 schools. Notwithstanding Milton number 4 students at Milton 3, no schools will exceed their total site capacity over the long term. For criteria number 3, minimizing school boundary adjustments over the long term, it is anticipated the next boundary review will be as a result of the new Milton number 4 Catholic secondary school opening, which will impact growth areas primarily. For criteria number 4, the optimization of school transportation, as stated earlier, this was the option that achieved the highest walk score, tied only by another option, which means that it meant the optimization of walkability and transportation. For criteria number 5, ensuring that school populations are sustainably sized, enrollment at all 3 schools will be sustainably sized over the long term. Therefore, special programming will be readily available given the size of population at each one of the schools. Moreover, 2 of the 3 schools will now be offering optional programs, specifically the French programs being located at Milton number 3 Catholic Secondary School and the Advanced Placement program remaining at Bishop Redding Catholic Secondary School. Lastly, for criteria 6, aligning school boundaries to parish boundaries, with the exception of Queen of Heaven Catholic Elementary School's catchment area or its geography and a few rural areas, the secondary school's boundaries align very well with the Milton Parish boundaries, again being divided by Dairy Road, north and south. Now, with regards to why option A was selected as preferred option, this is a quick synopsis of the main reasons. Option A is the most optimal in achieving each criteria and has the least impact on existing school communities. With regards to enrollment and accommodation over the long term, option A best distributes enrollment pressures between all 3 schools. Secondary schools will all be located central to the community they serve, creating a neighborhood school model that is walkable and accessible and aligns relatively well with parish boundaries. The relocation of French program from Bishop Redding Catholic Secondary School to Milton 3 distributes special program between 2 out of 3 schools. And option A is best suited to accommodate future growth in the community in preparation for the next Milton number 4 Catholic Secondary School. This concludes Portal 4, Preferred Ultimate Boundary Option A. Please proceed to Portal number 5, School Boundary Review Committee, Potential Interim Accommodation Options. Thank you very much.